Good day to you, students. Learning and understanding the vocabulary of a language becomes very important in the process of learning the language itself. A better vocabulary also helps to use correct and better terms in sentences. Just like you have learnt about synonyms and antonyms, that is, meanings and opposites of different words in one of the previous chapters, this chapter we will be learning more about some other important vocabulary concepts that will help enrich your word power. The first concept you will be learning about is comparisons or similes. You have already learned the concept of simile as a figure of speech. A simile is a figure of speech that compares two objects through the explicit use of connecting words, such as like, as, so, than, or various verbs such as resemble. Similarly, two objects or events can be directly compared using certain adjectives or attributes. For example, as faithful as a dog. A dog is considered to be a loyal and faithful animal, and therefore we can use this simile or comparison to compare the faithfulness of an individual to that of a dog. Let's consider a few other examples. As busy as a bee. Bees are one of the most hard-working and organized creatures in nature. Using this comparison, we can compare a very busy individual to a bee. As brave as a lion. Here, the attribute of bravery is highlighted and the comparison is between the bravery of a man to that of a fierce lion. As cool as a cucumber. Here, the quality of remaining calm and cool is highlighted as the person is compared to a cucumber. You can read more examples of such comparisons and similes in your workbook. The next concept you will be learning to enrich your word power is about the parents and the young ones of animals and birds. When talking about these creatures, you can use these words effectively. Let's look at a couple of common ones. The young one of a dog is called a puppy, and that of a cat is called a kitten. Similarly, the young ones of a cow and pig are called calf and piglet respectively. The young ones of a bird is called a nestling or many nestlings. A baby goat is called a kid and a baby swan is called a cygnet. You can now read the entire list to learn more about animals and their young ones. The next vocabulary concept that we are going to discuss is a very interesting one. Students, in English language, we have certain words that appear to have the same sound or pronunciation. They also tend to have the same spelling, but they mean two completely different things. For example, the word fine can mean to be well, or a monetary compensation, or a penalty. Since the word fine has the same sound and the same spelling, yet can mean two different things, this term is called a homonym. The word homo means same and the word nym means name. Now, we know homonyms have same sound, same spelling and different meaning. Let's look at some more examples. The word well is a homonym. The first meaning of the word is a source where people draw potable water, and the second meaning is to be fine or good. We can use the word according to its specific meaning in two different sentences. The women are drawing water from the well. I am not feeling well today. Similarly, the word nail is a homonym. One meaning of nail refers to our fingernails or toenails, whereas the other meaning of nail is a device that is used to screw and attach any object to a surface. We can also use the word nail in two different sentences. The girl painted her nails in a beautiful pink color. The workman screwed the nail with a screwdriver to attach the shelves. You can read more homonyms from the entire list given in your workbook. There is another category of words that have the same sound or pronunciation just like homonyms, but unlike homonyms, these words have different spellings and meanings too. Such pair of words are called homophones. The word homo means same, whereas phone means sound. We therefore know that words that sound the same are called homophones. Read the words given on the screen very slowly and carefully. I, E-Y-E-I, O-N-E-1, W-O-N-1, L-O-S-E lose, L-O-O-S-E lose, B-A-L-L ball, B-A-W-L ball, S-E-N-T scent, S-C-E-N-T scent. Students, you will notice that every pair of words is pronounced exactly the same, but their spellings and meanings are different. The letter I is a pronoun, whereas the word eye is a sensory organ, a part of the human body. The word one is a number, whereas one refers to the act of winning. In the next example, lose means to cease to have, whereas the second word lose means to be free, unbound. Ball in the fourth example refers to an object that is played with, whereas ball means to cry loudly. In the last example, scent is the past tense of send, and the word scent is a perfume or a fragrance. The last concept you will be learning about in this chapter is proverbs. Proverbs are short, wise sayings that give an important message or a piece of advice. You must know the meaning of different proverbs so that you can use these in essays or even dialogues. Let's understand the meaning of a few simple ones. The first one is, spare the rod and spoil the child. This proverb means if a child is not scolded or disciplined properly, it would lead to the child becoming over-pampered and spoilt. Therefore, in order to get the child to be disciplined and follow rules and instructions, the parents can use the cane or rod or any form of punishment to teach the child to obey and listen to its parents. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. This proverb highlights the importance of entertainment and games. It tells us that if we keep working and stressing about work, it would make us all dull and dreary. It therefore becomes important to refresh our minds by playing some games or participating in entertaining activities. Action speaks louder than word. This proverb tells us that it is important to not only speak about good or great things, but also put these words into action. You must practice as you preach. Honesty is the best policy. As clearly evident from the word honesty, this proverb tells us that we should always be honest to everyone and never utter lies. Let's take one more example. A stitch in time saves 9. This is a very important proverb which means an action done at the right time will save us from a lot of stress and trouble later. It therefore highlights the importance of time in our lives, which once lost will never come back. You can go through the entire list of proverbs given in your book and find out the meanings of these proverbs. Students, you have learned quite a lot of interesting concepts that will help you in understanding and learning English language in a better manner. You can easily attempt the exercises related to this chapter in your books.